I don't need a poor country girl, thought Professor Ernesto. Before he died, he was forced to write her a letter. Now let's find out how the events unfolded. In the meantime, I invite you to stay updated on our next releases by subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Professor Ernesto did not look favorably on his third daughter-in-law, Layla, a young woman with a simple character and a pronounced accent. She lived by doing household chores, knowing the best places to shop in nearby markets, and could handle small repair jobs around the house. Ernesto, an educator for 3 generations, believed that the fundamental values of a person were education, intelligence, and an illustrious family origin. He firmly believed that the country was supported by intellectuals like himself, not by simple and poorly educated, although necessary, workers. The other 2 daughters-in-law, Sophia and Iris, were clearly different from Layla. They were erudite women raised among books and high-level debates. Layla, despite having a natural charm and sweet eyes, came from a modest family, a source of shame for Ernesto. He wondered what his youngest son Mateo had seen in such a woman, if not beauty. Ernesto secretly hoped the 2 would divorce, even though they were planning to have a child. Miranda, Ernesto's wife, on the other hand, appreciated Layla very much and considered her a blessing for their son. Mateo lived with Layla in a spacious apartment, while his brothers and their wives, more focused on their careers, lived in more modest places. During meals, Ernesto never missed an opportunity to correct Layla on her way of speaking, criticizing her pronunciation and vocabulary. Layla, it's annoyance, not annoyance, and pleasure, not pleasure, he scolded her, while she, always smiling, apologized for her mistakes. These moments highlighted the social and cultural gap between Layla and Ernesto's family. He hoped that Layla understood the privilege of being part of a family of such caliber and was grateful for the welcome. Ernesto's life changed dramatically when Miranda died suddenly. The loss of his wife left a huge void, disrupting his daily routine. Aged prematurely, he insisted on taking care of himself alone. "I can still take care of myself. I don't need all this help," he said stubbornly. "I have no doubts," Layla replied, "but I'm here to help you feel a little better." Her sweetness and dedication led her to take care of Ernesto every day, cooking delicious meals and keeping the house impeccable. As time went by, Ernesto grew increasingly frustrated and took refuge in his memories, leafing through old albums and complaining about his unwanted presence. But life still had trials for him. One day he suffered a devastating stroke that accelerated his already fragile physical decline. From that moment on, Layla became his main assistant, showing an affection and loyalty that transcended any difference in origin. Despite his frequent complaints and his difficulty in accepting his dependence on her, Layla was always there, managing the medicines with precision and preparing healing herbal teas. On her birthday, Mateo surprised Layla with a special gift: a 3-week trip, a well-deserved break to relax and spend time together. During their absence, Sophia and Iris looked after Ernesto, but communication was difficult, and the tea they brought him smacked more of duty than genuine interest. The indifference of the other daughters-in-law and the absence of Layla set the stage for a significant lesson that Ernesto was about to learn. If you like the video, please like it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future content. Thanks. Upon Layla's return, the atmosphere in Ernesto's house changed immediately. Ernesto's life was filled with a surge of vitality and warmth, a stark contrast to the cold silence of the previous days. Layla's presence brought back daily normality, with caring gestures and discussions on simple but fundamental topics. Over time, Ernesto realized how dependent he had become on Layla. Despite her initial reluctance, their daily routine eased the burden of illness and aging. Layla offered emotional support that went beyond simply being a caregiver. The old professor, once critical and detached, began to see the world and the people around him in a new light. Layla's sincerity and simplicity taught him the value of empathy and human affection. Ernesto had begun to review his prejudices and understand the true value of people. Yet he couldn't find the courage to express to Layla how important she had become to him, especially at a time when his children were visiting him less and less. Layla became an indispensable presence in Ernesto's life, remaining at his side until his last day. Ernesto died peacefully in his sleep, found by Layla that sad morning with a peaceful expression on his face. The day after his funeral, his sons and daughters-in-law found themselves sorting through his personal effects and found a letter in his bedside table, written in his own hand, to Layla. Dear Layla, if you are reading these words, it means that I am no longer among you. I have decided to write you this letter to apologize to you for every moment in which I treated you with detachment and coldness. I have never revealed how important you were to me and how much your presence enriched every day of my life. With your simplicity and your unconditional love, you showed me the importance of seeing beyond appearances and social prejudices. Now that I'm about to leave earthly life, I have a great regret, that of having understood too late the true values of family life that you taught me. With love, Ernesto. Layla has shown great strength in not letting criticism get her down. Would you have done the same, or would you have responded in kind to her insults?